Not much farther. I'm sure I must be nearly there. Yes, this is it. This is my place. If I could just keep going a little bit longer this way.
Look at this place. Just look at it, Ornitholestes. Our forest, our home, is burning to the ground. It won't be long until the flames reach this area.
Well, it doesn't get any better around here in these parts.
How many homes have we lost today, Pteranodon?
Well, Dilophosaurus, we have around half a dozen simultaneously crushed dens, then we have precisely about 5 charred Protoceratops burrows, and then we have 18 completely fried Microraptor nests.
It's burning away at us every day. Just when will it all cease?
Dilophosaurus, we better get out of here now. It'll be in us in any minute.
Our days are numbered.
It won't be long now. The lake has completely dried up today.
Oh no, not the lake.
That lake was our last remaining water source.
Well, too bad for Hadrosaurs, but we're alright. We still got the stream.
You mean that little puddle of mud? Hello there. Oh, T-Rex, you're here too. We just thought we would come down and see what the situation was for ourselves.
Well, this doesn't look too good now, does it? If rain doesn't come soon.
Our days are numbered.
You took the words right out of my mouth.
Well, it indeed looks like we've got ourselves in a bit of a problem.
A major one indeed.
Major enough to warrant an assembly, I reckon.
An assembly, T-Rex?
You mean a get-together of some kind? For all the dinosaurs?
It's not a party, Ornitholestes.
Don't you think an assembly is a bit of a drastic measure?
If this isn't drastic, then what is?
But an assembly for all the dinosaurs and the forest T-Rex. We haven't had one of those in ages. They're only ever called when there's some kind of an emergency.
And I call this an emergency. Without any source of water, I find it very unlikely that any of us dinosaurs are going to survive.
If you don't mind me asking, what will having an assembly accomplish?
I'm not sure yet, but I reckon if you, me, Dilophosaurus, and Ornitholestes get every single one of our little community we have here in Emberwood and get together fast, then maybe one of us might come up with a solution. But getting everyone to attend this assembly might not be the easiest task. However, I'm sure you will sort everything out, Dilophosaurus.
Who, what, me?
Why not? After all, you know everyone here in this forest, and everyone knows you. So...
Well, absolutely, T-Rex. Just leave the arrangements, per se, to me.
That's my Dilophosaurus. I knew I could rely on you.
Well, don't just stand there dithering as usual, Styracosaurus. Go and, alert Protoceratops. And as for you, Minmi, old chap, just walk your way as you normally do and start looking for the compies. Right you are, Dilophosaurus. And I'll go tell the Dracorexes.
What do you want me to do?
I want you to tell everyone you can find, and be sure to tell them to meet at my place.
Your place?
And what is wrong with my den, Ornitholestes?
Oh, nothing, Dilophosaurus. Nothing at all. It's just...
Oh, get to the point, Ornitholestes.
Well, it's right for you and all. And for me. And the Dracorexes and Protoceratopses. But the pterosaurs and the larger dinosaurs aren't gonna like it too much. Just imagine Pteranodon.
Well, yes, but it won't be for long. I'm sure they'll understand it's for an important cause. And don't just stand there, Ornitholestes. Make yourself useful. Go and inform the Hadrosaurs. And Troodon.
Troodon?
Why, yes. Everyone in Emberwood needs to be informed, Ornitholestes. Even Troodon.
All right.
What on earth am I going to do with her?
And so, Dilophosaurus, Ornitholestes, and even T-Rex went out through the woods to inform the survivors of the assembly. One by one, each of the dinosaurs came. Word spreads very fast in the forest of Emberwood. And now all that awaits is the old Dilophosaurus himself, to make it back to his den where the assembly is being held.
Now friends, T-Rex, and fellow dinosaurs of Emberwood, you don't need me to underline the gravity of our current situation.
Oh, do get on with it already.
We are all aware that ever since September of last year, we haven't had rain, and Emberwood has become more and more hazardous for one and all.
I'm still here, you know.
First, the forest fire has devastated our habitat, and now
The lake has dried up.
but still we've hung in there. But is there any way out of this dilemma?
Where indeed is our solution to our problem?
I am coming. I am coming.
I'm sure for an example that no one here needs reminding that once upon a time, our Emberwood Lake was home to 27 Postasuchus. But where are they now, we ask ourselves? What has happened to the last?
I'm here, mateys.
Postasuchus!
Your powers of dedication are admirable, Dilophosaurus.
Same old Pteranodon.
Same old Postasuchus.
I bet you never thought you would see me again, eh?
But where have you been?
Where haven't I been more? I'd been on me migration back to me home where I'd been born or a die. But it wasn't time for me to come back home said. I kept telling myself, Postasuchus, you have to get home. It was the thought of you that kept me going. Must get back. Back to me mateys. Must get back to me lake.
Speaking of which, I'm afraid.
We have some rather bad news, Postasuchus.
What?
It's your lake.
The lake has dried up while you were gone.
What? No, not me lake.
You see, Postasuchus, you have to understand that there have been a great many changes while you were gone.
But me lake, my beautiful lake.
It's dried up completely, I'm afraid.
What about the stream?
It's just a muddy puddle now, which is why we've called this assembly Postasuchus. You see, we got to face facts. As a community, we are all but finished here. This drought and this fire have seen to that.
Don't talk to me about that fire. I know all about it.
In fact, it must have been obvious to everyone here that if we don't find a watering hole in the next few days, then we are going to be in the very worst kind of distress, if you know what I mean. What about you hadrosaurs? You've been on a lot of migrations. Do you have anything in mind? I'm afraid not. You see, me and my mate usually stay in the perimeter of the forest. We are always at risk to being attacked by raptors and other predators.
Wait! I know a place. We could go! A grateful place. A fertile place. They call it Hell Creek.
Hale Creek? Are you kidding? That sounds like a place worse than here.
Oh no, Hell Creek is the opposite of what you're thinking. Full of lush plants and herbs and good prey for the carnivores.
If such a place existed, I would know.
Hale Creek. Well, T-Rex, what do you say? Well, have we got any alternative? Well then, Hell Creek it is, everyone.
What? Are you crazy, Dilophosaurus?
All those in favor. Why
Aye,
not?
Sure. I guess, sure.
Yee-hoo! We are going to Hell Creek.
Well done, Postasuchus.
Excuse me, but is there someone else here? But do I hear right, or do I not hear right? Are you actually suggesting, Dilophosaurus, that we travel to this here, Hell Creek, together?
Why, of course.
Naturally. You mean vegetarians like us travel alongside our natural enemies, the carnivores?
Well,
You're expecting us to accept having a T-Rex along with us, and you a Dilophosaurus? Triceratops has a point, Dilophosaurus.
which is easily overcome.
How, Dilophosaurus?
Well, I think it's about time for the introduction of the ancient dinosaur vow. It's a promise not to frighten, terrorize, nor consume one another.
And how is that supposed to help at all?
My father told me about it back in the days of famine and hardship. It was called the Oath of Mutual Protection. So will you all please raise your right paw or claw and repeat after me.
So the dinosaurs of Emberwood all took an oath. They agreed not to eat or attack each other on their journey, but to protect one another until Postasuchus leads them to their destination, Hell Creek. They made T-Rex their leader, him having all the natural qualities, and Postasuchus their guide.
Now, I'm sure you all have very important things to do before we leave, such as eating our last few herbs and berries. Now, just don't forget, midnight.
We meet by the dried lake by midnight.